have to spend a lot of money trying to get green screen effects. Here to my left and my right, I actually got this lighting. I think you can get these out the trash. If you can drive around in your town or neighborhood, especially around buildings, and they're always doing construction, especially the rental property buildings, they're constantly doing construction because new company comes in and they want to make that building or that floor operational to fit their needs. So they're going to come in and totally, at some point, sometimes they totally strip the office area to build it according to the way they want to operate. And a lot of this stuff is thrown out. Simply going up and asking them, letting them know, I would like to have some of this. And very rarely they'll tell you no, because they want to get rid of it. So I would go and dumpster dive, and sometimes it's laying right there on the ground. And you may just have to end up buying the fluorescent bulbs, which are cheap, okay? And at this point, I only use 4 when I'm doing my green screen projects. And this type of lighting, after a certain time it turns yellow, so you have to hurry up, get your project over with, or it gets hot, or turn it off, let it cool off, and turn it back on. But your background will turn yellow if you leave this on too long because of the heat. But as far as making a lighting stand, I used a 5-gallon bucket with the lid. Now, I took and poured some mortar. Took a bag of mortar. I didn't need all of it, to about here. Maybe halfway, a little under halfway. And I would drill a hole through the top of my lid and attach it. I would make the hole big enough for this 2-inch pipe. I would cut my hole big enough for this 2-inch pipe, and this 2-inch pipe is about this high. I'm going to show you in a few how I did that. But this pipe's going to fit through there. It's going to touch the bottom of the bucket, and while the mortar is drying, my pipe is setting in there. That's going to be my base to keep it from tipping over. It's going to hold my lighting. And you don't have to use mortar. You can use sand or dirt, whatever you want, to get this from tipping over or being sturdy. And take it a step further, there are some wheels, a base that you can put on there, or you can make your own. So you can maneuver it around real easy if you so desire. Or you can take a piece of plywood and shape it into the size of your bucket, or leave it a square, and just screw some wheels on the bottom of that so you can maneuver your base around. Okay. This is how I did my pole. This was my base pole. It was about maybe 4 feet tall coming out of the bucket. And this second pole is just an insert. It's a little higher than my base pole. It's going to sit inside the bucket also. Now, this is a 2-inch. This is a 1 1/2 inch. This is a 1 inch. Now this pole, this 1 1/2 inch pole, is going to probably be 10. Let's see, maybe about 9 feet tall. That's going to slide inside of there also. You have to turn the bucket sideways to get that in to set it back up. Now, this pole here is what your lighting is going to attach to, your upper lighting is going to attach to, and you can drill holes to make adjustments in this one. You can drill holes in the second pole where you can make adjustments with your lighting. So we have a 2-inch. Now this particular green screen came off of eBay years ago, and it was huge. It looked like a tent when it arrived in the box. And I cut this thing up so many times, and I still have some left over. But this material here came from Walmart. I think it's about a yard, maybe 2 yards. And this has the same effect. And it was maybe $1 or so. It has the same effect. So this was really cheap. And this comes in a roll at Walmart. You can buy as much as you want. The cheapest green screen you ever want to buy. To get special effects, I had so much green screen. This thing was so huge. I ended up making a green screen suit from the to cover my hands. Get this right. But these are boots to cover my feet. Just simply design a large footy, and took the material and made some gloves, cover my hands. Then I have a hood. Just make you a simple hood and just sew it together. I have someone to sew it for you. Then the top, I mean, it's not fancy, but it does the job. Simply making a shirt out of a green screen just to cover yourself, 2 sleeves and back in the front. And also the green screen pants. Just simply taking the front and the back, sewing them together. Green screen pants, so you can have your special effects. And this is just leftover material from this green screen. I actually had to cut. It was so long. But to make your green screen lighting, I have not spent a lot of money. Most of this stuff was out the trash or given to me. It was in someone's attic. So let me show you how I did my green screen stand. Okay, this is my 5-gallon bucket. My 5-gallon bucket is filled with mortar. I cut a hole in the top here and put my 2-inch pipe down in there and let it set in the mortar and dry. Put the lid on. It's about 4 feet tall. So this is about 4 feet tall. This is my 2-inch. Then I have my 1 1/2 inch in between that. Now the purpose of this one is just to take up the space to keep this from wobbling. So it's going to keep this pole at the top from wobbling, and this give me some it's going to fill in the 2-inch pole also. But the main one that I was interested in is this one here that's going to hold my lighting, and you can make it adjustable. But here, just have a simple clip-on light. It's going to slide all the way down at the bottom inside of my 1 1/2 inch pole. And my lighting here is just a fluorescent fixture. I got a wire on the back, and this middle pole also is going to hold this wire. I'm going to bend my wire and simply set it inside of that. You want to make it real long so it doesn't slip out. simple PVC, Home Depot, and you can either buy or find your fluorescent lighting. And this one just has 2 bulbs. And that's how I'm doing my green screen now. In the past, I had a very elaborate green screen setup, but this is so cheap and simple, and it all does the same. It all works the same. This was just an idea. You may have an easier idea, but this has simply worked out. It's easy to disassemble this. All of this slides out. Nothing is attached. Well, this actually got stuck inside the mortar, but playing with it would loosen it up. This one is actually in the mortar, the bottom one. This one should be able to move out, but it got stuck in the mortar, but it can be loosened. And this one is sitting inside of that. So you can maneuver your lighting up and down. But there you go, Diversity 2 green screen project does not have to be expensive. It can be cheap. And this is how I do mine. Hey, thank you for the Diversity 2, because I'm really cheap and I don't like spending a lot of money. I mean, I really appreciate this video because you be saving me money, man. It's not a problem. Anytime, just check out my channel because I like saving people money and showing them shortcuts and just keeping your money in your pocket. And just keep on watching, and I'm gonna hook you up. I'm cheap too, so be good. As a matter of fact, I got something to show you. Come here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Hey, Antonio. Leave it out, take it down. I feel like a clown doing this. You ready to catch him? Keep going. Can you step up?